Imagine a world where you can master any skill, no matter how complex, faster than you ever thought possible. A world where you outpace the competition, adapt to new challenges effortlessly, and transform yourself into a top performer in any field you choose. Sounds like a superpower, right? In Ultralearning, Scott H. Young doesn't just suggest that this is possible, he shows you exactly how to make it your reality. In today's hyper-competitive world, the ability to learn quickly and deeply has become the ultimate edge. Whether you want to launch a new career, gain expertise in a high-demand skill, or simply stay ahead in your current role, Ultralearning offers a roadmap for rapid mastery. This is not about shallow learning or shortcuts, it's about diving deep, pushing yourself beyond the limits, and achieving results that others can only dream of. Ready to transform the way you learn? Let's dive into the world of Ultralearning, where the impossible becomes possible, and success is just a strategic plan away. Ultralearning is a term coined by Scott Young to describe a self-directed learning strategy characterized by intense, focused learning designed by the learner themselves. The book provides numerous practical examples of how to acquire hard skills in a short time, such as learning languages or programming, and it reveals the methods that anyone can adopt to become an ultralearner. 1. What is ultralearning? Ultralearning is a form of intense self-directed learning that maximizes efficiency and deep understanding in a short period. This approach relies on research-based learning techniques, deep focus, and applying what is learned in real-world scenarios. Scott Young argues that ultralearning is a powerful tool to face new challenges in the modern workforce, which demands multiple skills and the ability to adapt quickly. 2. Clear goal setting. Young begins by stressing the importance of setting clear goals before embarking on any learning endeavor. Goals should be measurable and achievable. Clear goals help guide efforts effectively and clarify what you want to achieve in the long run. For example, if your goal is to learn a new language, it's essential to define the level of fluency you aim to reach. This helps break down the large task into smaller, manageable objectives. 3. Effective research. Ultralearning requires effective research. Research here means more than just reading, it means gathering relevant information about the skill you want to learn, understanding the tools you need, and learning about the different teaching methods you can apply. Young advises mastering research strategies at the start of any new learning endeavor because they save time and effort in the long run. 4. Deliberate practice. A core principle of ultralearning is what Young calls deliberate practice. He argues that traditional practice may not be enough to achieve a high level of skill mastery. Instead, he encourages focusing on improving weak points and tackling difficult challenges that push you outside your comfort zone. Young highlights that the fastest way to accelerate learning is to focus on mistakes and correct them over time. Effective learning requires critical thinking and serious engagement with challenges. 5. Spaced repetition and active recall. One of the most effective techniques Young recommends is active recall, which involves attempting to recall what you've learned without looking at the source materials. The goal is to solidify the information in long-term memory. Through active recall, the brain improves its retention of information and becomes more efficient at learning. 6. Deep focus. Ultralearning requires the ability to focus deeply for extended periods. Deep focus means avoiding distractions and dedicating a specific, uninterrupted time to working on the skill you want to master. Young emphasizes that many people lose a lot of time due to constant interruptions and digital distractions, such as phones and social media. To combat these distractions, you need to create an environment free of diversions and focus on learning one skill at a time. 7. Immediate feedback. Feedback is a crucial element in any learning process. Receiving immediate feedback helps you determine whether you're on the right track or not. Young advises seeking continuous sources of feedback, either from experts or by regularly analyzing your results. When receiving feedback, it's important to be open to criticism, analyze your mistakes, and work to improve performance continuously. 8. Learning through experimentation. One of the intriguing principles Young discusses is learning through experimentation. Experimentation allows you to apply new concepts and test them in real-life situations. This form of learning reinforces information retention and provides a better understanding of the subjects you're studying. While experimentation may sometimes lead to failure, Jung sees failure as a natural part of the learning process. Failure helps to develop understanding and provides opportunities for skill enhancement. 9. Breaking mental barriers. Mental barriers are challenges people often face when trying to learn something new. Some individuals feel they are incapable of learning because they perceive the subject as too complex or difficult. Jung advocates breaking these barriers by developing a positive mindset and trusting your ability to learn. Positive thinking plays a significant role in the success of ultralearning. Instead of giving up when faced with challenges, Jung encourages adopting a mental flexibility that helps you overcome obstacles and stay motivated. 10. Balancing theory and application. A common mistake learners make is focusing too much on theory without applying what they've learned in real life. Jung stresses that the best way to learn is through a balance between theoretical study and practical application. This balance helps turn theoretical knowledge into practical, usable skills. For example, if you're learning programming, it's not enough to just read books or follow online courses. You must write actual code and build small projects to test what you've learned. 11. Adapting to failure. Failure is an inherent part of the learning process, and Jung believes it's the greatest teacher. When you fail at a task, it provides an opportunity to assess your mistakes and understand your weaknesses. Jung emphasizes the importance of not fearing failure but using it as a tool for learning and improvement. Adapting to failure also means accepting that you won't be perfect from the beginning. No one masters a skill on the first attempt, and it's essential to accept this and keep learning until you achieve mastery. Practical ultralearning strategies, actionable steps. 1. Design your personal plan. Every ultralearning project begins with a well-thought-out plan. You should analyze the skill you wish to acquire and determine the sources you will rely on, whether they are books, courses, or specialized trainers. After setting your goals and plan, you need to commit to them regularly. 2. Focus on practical learning. Jung emphasizes the importance of engaging in practical application early in the learning process. Instead of consuming theoretical content alone, try applying what you've learned in real-world situations. Experiential learning makes the process more enjoyable and effective and helps to cement concepts. 3. Use smart repetition. Repeat the information you're learning regularly. However, instead of passive repetition, which involves reading the information multiple times, Jung recommends using smart repetition by asking yourself questions and actively recalling information without relying on notes. 4. Schedule breaks. Although deep focus and deliberate practice are essential components of ultralearning, breaks play a significant role in achieving success. Intensive learning requires time for relaxation and mental recovery, which allows the brain to process and consolidate new information. Jung emphasizes the importance of scheduling adequate breaks between intense learning sessions to maintain sustainable productivity and avoid burnout. 5. Conduct regular assessments. Periodic assessment is one of the methods ultralearners use to ensure they are making real progress. You can set specific times to review what you've learned and evaluate how far you've progressed toward your goals. This evaluation allows you to adjust learning strategies if needed and correct the course if the results are not as expected. 6. Find learning partners or mentors. Self-learning doesn't mean isolating yourself from others. Jung suggests that finding learning partners or mentors can be beneficial for motivating ultralearning. Mentors can provide valuable guidance and insights from their personal experiences, while peers can create a competitive environment that pushes you to keep going and achieve your goals. 7. Flexibility in facing challenges. During the learning process, you're likely to face unexpected challenges or obstacles. Mental flexibility means being ready to adjust your plan or change your approach if things don't go as planned. By developing a flexible mindset, you can quickly adapt to challenges and look for new solutions that contribute to improving the learning process. Real-world examples of ultralearning. Throughout the book, Scott Young provides many real-life examples to illustrate how ultralearning strategies can be successfully applied. One of the most famous examples is his experiment to learn 4 new languages in 1 year by living in countries where those languages were spoken and using an intensive learning approach. This example reflects the essence of ultralearning, learning through intense, direct application. Another example involves his attempt to complete the entire MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, computer science curriculum independently within just 1 year, a program that typically takes 4 years. Young achieved this by adopting ultralearning strategies such as self-directed study, deep focus, and continuous feedback. These examples show that achieving big, complex goals is not impossible if you use the right learning strategies and commit to hard work and planning. Key takeaways from the book. 1. Intense, self-directed learning. One of the main lessons of the book is that effective learning doesn't come from relying solely on traditional education systems but from the self-driven pursuit of knowledge. By adopting an ultralearning approach, anyone can design their own learning path, learning faster and more efficiently than in traditional settings. 2. Ultralearning is for everyone. While ultralearning requires significant commitment and effort, Young emphasizes that anyone can become an ultralearner. You don't need to be a genius or have innate talent, you just need the desire to learn and the right strategies. 3. Strategies apply to multiple fields. What makes ultralearning so powerful is that it can be applied to almost any field. Whether you want to learn a new language, develop technical skills, or acquire artistic abilities, the principles of ultralearning remain effective. The ability to customize and adapt these strategies to fit your needs makes ultralearning a potent tool. 4. Consistency is key. One of the most important lessons Young focuses on is that success in ultralearning comes from consistency. It requires long-term commitment and focus on the goals. Many people start with enthusiasm but stop when they face challenges. Ultralearning requires perseverance and the ability to overcome obstacles. Conclusion. Ultralearning offers a fresh and exciting perspective on how to acquire difficult skills quickly and efficiently. By following strategies such as deliberate practice, deep focus, and immediate feedback, anyone can become an ultralearner and gain the skills needed to excel in both their personal and professional lives. Scott Young's book emphasizes that ultralearning isn't reserved for geniuses or professionals, it's available to everyone, provided they are willing to commit and work hard. The strategies outlined in the book help individuals design their learning paths, control the speed of their learning, and overcome the obstacles standing in their way. Ultimately, the book demonstrates that learning is a continuous journey, and the ultralearner is someone who possesses the ability to quickly adapt to the ever-changing world and find solutions to new challenges. Whether you seek to improve your career or learn a new skill from scratch, ultralearning provides the tools and techniques to help you achieve that effectively. Here we have finished our episode in which we did a comprehensive review of the ultralearning. We hope you liked it. If you liked the book, you can get it by clicking on the link in the video description. Write in the comments the name of the book you want us to review. If you liked the content of the episode, please like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to receive the content when it is uploaded. I wish you a good time. Goodbye.